Elon Musk sets an ambitious AI goal. So Elon Musk wants to create a completely AI generated game, as well as a completely AI generated movie. Bizarre. It's not that I don't think it can't be done. It's just that it's so weird. I mean, here's the unfortunate part, is it's not what we need. It's definitely not what we need. Hey, Key, I don't know if you heard of this either, but Elon Musk wants to make an AI generated game and an AI generated movie. He wants to have this all out by the end of 2026. A bit of an ambitious goal. Maybe it can get done. Maybe or by next year seems a bit soon, but who knows? AI is just going so fast right now. My favorite part about this story is this right here. So Larian, the makers of Baldur's Gate 3, actually rebutted this. This is my favorite part right here. This quote right in here is they're giving pushback on it and saying this isn't what we need right now. So Larian says, genuinely, what this industry needs is a lot more. What this industry needs is not more mathematically produced, psychologically trained gameplay loops, rather more expressions of worlds that folks are engaged with or want to engage with. AI has a place as a tool. But we all have all the tools in the world, and they aren't compensating for the incredible lack of cogent direction. AI isn't going to solve the big problem of the industry, which is leadership and vision. That is absolutely 100% true from a relatively lesser known but big deal gaming studio, Larian. That Baldur's Gate 3 was easily the game of the year contender. So these guys know what they're doing as far as making big, immersive, unique stories with unique characters and just fun and engaging environments and plot-driven story. So these guys know what they're talking about, and I'm on Team Larian. Although the sad part is, if a fully AI game is created, it's gonna get played just for the sheer fact that people are gonna be curious about it. And I'm afraid that if Elon or somebody makes a completely AI generated game, it's gonna garner a lot of attention. A lot of people are gonna want to play it and try it out and see what it's like. It's gonna make some money, and then I think that's gonna encourage more studios to make more games that are completely AI and just make just a slop of games. Or at least have AI play a lot bigger role in the game making process, which, video games, whether you like it or not, they're art. And once you start throwing computers into starting to produce things that are more artistic, it's going to be a mess. I'm not looking forward to this. Key tries to think about this. Well, okay, let's move on then. Let's think about Elon Musk less. Let's come over here. I've got Sony and Xbox are both starting to, catch some wind as far as and starting to announce or at least hint at new consoles. And I don't know what you think, but I think it's too soon. It says right here the PS6 is only a few years away. That's relatively soon in the game world. So that's just a few more seasons of games before we really start to think about next generation. And I think it's too soon. These consoles are so beefy, they're so big, and they're so expensive. We need these generations to last a lot longer. I feel like there's a lot more life in the PS5 as well as the Xbox series. So I think we need to slow it down a little bit. Yeah, there's new technology coming out. Yeah, that can be implemented in the next console, but we don't need to be talking about it. Just take care of all this behind the scenes and focus on making good games, and maybe focus on story-driven, unique characters, and people will want to play the game regardless of its graphical fidelity. I don't know if that's a word that I just said, but there you have it. Indigo's in the house. I gotta do good food shopping, but then I'll be back. Okay, go get yourself some food, Indigo. Yeah, so this is Sony made, I don't know if they're necessarily making like official announcements. They're probably just being asked like, hey, are you making a console? Yeah, we're kind of developing it. And then of course the news is gonna, you know, make a whirlwind out of it, which I don't think is really necessary. It's too soon. It's too soon. Xbox, this one hit a little harder with me, only because there had been a lot of rumors about Xbox going digital only, and being able to just play their games on any, like a PC or any other console. And so the fact that they are committed to making a new console, I guess is kind of, that's good news to me. I am an Xbox fan. Xbox is in some hot water right now, so I'm standing by them. I'm hoping that they can get out of this okay. I don't want to see them go away. I do like the Xbox. I like Xbox exclusive games, even though they're not showing them a lot of love right now. Love me some Fable. I really enjoyed the first couple of Gears of War. I like Gears Tactics. There's quite a few Xbox games that, you know, I do genuinely enjoy. And so, you know, hopefully Xbox really can, you know, come out of this okay. And, you know, if they are committed to a new console, hopefully they can get some new wind in their sails and go with this. I really hope that they keep going. Speaking of Xbox, this is the hot water I'm talking about. They upped their price of the Game Pass from it was $20, now it's up to $30. So it went up 50%. It went up $10. Which is $120 a year. It's kind of pricey. It's an extra $10. I have mixed feelings about this. On one hand, I really want to give Xbox the benefit of the doubt. I'm an Xbox fan. Okay, I'm just gonna put that out there. I want to give them the benefit of the doubt. When they first came out, the Xbox Series, and they had the Ultimate Game Pass, and they were talking about day one releases, a huge library of streamable games, and like top tier games too, not just shovelware, but actual like real games from, you know, big studios. It was amazing. People were like, we got to get Xbox just for this, and I enjoyed it. The talk of the time was, you know, this isn't sustainable. You know, this can't work. It's too cheap for how much they're giving. And so on one hand, I feel like, okay, this is a repercussion of that. This is after 2 or 3 years of Xbox giving us this amazing deal with Game Pass. At some point, they've got to either get rid of some of the games on Game Pass, or they've got to up the price of Game Pass. So this is them upping the price of Game Pass. And they also gave us some extra things. So they gave us a few extra games. The most notable games are going to be the Ubisoft Classic Plus, right? All those Ubisoft games. So I'm like, all right, at least they're trying to give a little extra. Okay, that's on one hand, I'm trying to give them the benefit of the doubt. They've got to up the price at some point. This is just the unfortunate time that they upped it. It's just the optics are looking kind of bad. The flip side of that, though, is I did hear rumors that they were actually making money off Game Pass. So this is already a profitable model. So the fact that they're just upping the price now kind of paints a picture of, you know, not very consumer friendly, predatory behavior, which is really unfortunate. Come on, Xbox, get it together. The gaming community is pretty I think the gaming community is kind of, how do you say this? They're easily able to be taken advantage of because gamers, they buy games. Gamers buy games, and if the game's pricey, they'll make ends meet and they'll get the game, right? So if you're gonna up the price, yeah, people are canceling the Game Pass memberships, but not. I mean, they're making money off this. They're gonna make money off this regardless. I think a better approach would have been to, because if I scroll down a little bit, you can even see, where is it? There was somewhere in this story, the ultimate. I don't know where. In a few countries, the new price is only for new customers. Like Germany, I think some other European countries, I can't remember exactly which countries they were. What mattered most to me is it did not include the United States. I think that would have been the better way to go, is to say, look, this is our new price. This is going to be the price of Game Pass if you're new, or if you cancel your subscription and try to come back. So I don't know why they wouldn't go that route. Look, right, the Game Pass is still $20 for those of you who've been a loyal member for years, like me, for instance. I've been on Game Pass for, almost since day one. I couldn't get the Xbox on day one. It took me like a month or two to get the Xbox. But once I finally got it, I was a Game Pass member, and I've been a Game Pass member since. So that would have been a better deal, I think. That would have been more consumer friendly, right? Look, you stick around with us, you don't cancel your membership, you got it, $20. But for those of you who are coming new, or for those of you who are trying to, subscribe for a month and then back off and then subscribe for a month and back, for those types of people, yeah, it's gonna be $30. That would have looked a lot better. It would have upped the price. It would have given Xbox more money in the long run, but at the same time, it would have appeased those fans who've been with Xbox, for the longevity of it. So that's my thoughts on that. So I guess is what I'm saying is I'm having a hard time giving Xbox the benefit of the doubt for this. This is kind of a mess. I don't like it. Those are the big stories I wanted to talk about. Definitely the Elon Musk creating that AI game. That was interesting to me. I am interested to see how that comes out. I'm a little worried that it's going to create, a market for AI games or AI shovelware, and new consoles being announced, I think a little too soon, and then Xbox raising its prices. Those are the big stories I thought were interesting, at least I wanted to talk about. With that out of the way, folks, without further ado, here, where are we going? Welcome everybody. Good morning. Welcome to another episode of Kenny Plays Final Fantasy IV for the first time.